everyone. Welcome to the Trucking Tower podcast. Thank you for joining us today. We're going to be talking about philanthropy and a feature company that I'm really excited to welcome to the show. First of all, I want to introduce Angela Bazemore Quaye and Tara Thompson. How are you guys doing?
You're great. Hello, how are you?
Doing well. Thank you for coming on with me. Angela, I first of all want to thank you for your generous donation through our website to Compassion International. So thank you very much for doing that. What caused you to decide to donate?
I think, first of all, I am a giver. And so I love giving. And so also, to whom much is given, much is expected. And so the little that you have, I believe that you have to give. It takes a little to save someone. I can give an example that it was only $50 that was sent to a Ghana kid that could take care of a whole year's school fees. The whole year to pay the school fees. So I think everything that we do, it's given as something that don't think about how big you have to give. The little goes a long way to make a big difference.
Absolutely, it does. I've heard stories, and we've been involved in missions for quite a while, and the money goes a long way in some of these other countries, much further than we could have ever imagined. Yeah. So, just to talk about your company for a minute, your company does DOT and non-DOT, drug testing, fingerprints, DNA, 18-panel rapid drug tests, breath alcohol testing, and we're going to talk some more about your company here in a minute. The next thing I wanted to do is just show everyone how to get to the giving page. So I'm going to share my screen here. Okay, so if you go to truckingtower.com, there's a giving page right here. And this is exactly what Angela did. I certainly appreciate that. And here we have Compassion International, and there's a button, Donate Now. If you click that, it's going to take you to a page where you can do a one-time donation for COVID-19 pandemic recovery, or you can also scroll down and read more about sponsoring a child as well. And you can choose a child to sponsor and all the things that they receive as a part of that. And in advance, I want to thank you for doing that. So I just wanted to show everybody how to get to that. I'm going to go back to my full screen view here. So, in terms of business, where were you, Angela? What happened? What inspired you to do what you do today?
Oh, okay. So I've been in healthcare for 19 years now. And during, I think a few years ago, maybe I'll say 17 or 18 years ago, I have a cousin who came to live with me and gave birth to a child that came out to be cerebral palsy. So she went home, and this child was demonized so much that it got me into looking into why this was so. So I read a lot about disabled and what's going on, what can we do for the awareness? So that got me into the group homes and the home health industry. And along that side too, we went into the behavioral health homes. And wow, the drug addiction was a different thing. So that also got me into the labs. So that is how I got into this business, and how we could help staff train these people that just awareness can help them live the life that they want to live.
Right.
So that's what got me into this.
And it's Quaye Home Care, right?
Yes.
Okay, very good. You'll have to be sure and look up Angela and her organization, her company there. Tara, for those not familiar with the company, can you give us an overview of kind of what you do?
Yes, so with Quaye Home Care, we have different departments. We have a day treatment program for developmental disabled adults. And there they come from Monday through Friday from 8 to 4. And we teach them everything from cooking small meals to hygiene to still working on math skills, those that are looking to go higher in their education but needing time, and from arts and crafts. And we do photography. We go out into the community and we teach them social skills so they can soon integrate their lives into our society. We also have a GSE program and that is group supported employment. So there we teach them job readiness skills of how to fill out applications, how to look up different jobs that they want to do. We start helping them learn how to bag or color choreograph or organize different things that they will be able to go and seek out employment somewhere else. We also give them the opportunity to go in and maybe do janitorial work or come here at the lab and do washing windows, giving them that type of skill. We also have group home residents where those individuals are in our care for 24 hours. And we take care of them. We help them do laundry. We help them clean their rooms, do different habilitation goals. So eventually they'll be able to move out and go on their own. And if not, then we still sit there and we give them compassion and love, because that is what the company is about. And then we go to Fast Labs. And Fast Labs comes in where we have contracts throughout the community for drug testing, for breathalyzer. We also do those things for home health care workers. So if you have a fingerprint card or need background checks or notary, they can come to Fast Labs. One last department, we have behavioral health home, and that is where it was individuals who are coming out of rehab or seeking rehab for drug addiction or alcohol addiction. And there we help them establish their life back into the community, taking them places, trying to get computer skills so they can go back into society fully healed and restored.
Wow. I love it. All I can say is I love what you guys do. That is so awesome, man. So I'm so glad to be featuring you guys. You know, Angela, in terms of business again, what are the top two or three success secrets you've seen over the years in terms of being able to have a thriving company or organization?
I think one of the biggest one is loving your neighbor. Just loving our staff, loving our members, and just loving each other in every level. And that it kind of goes from the lead all the way, the leaders all the way down to every level. And love is just what we believe in. That is one of the biggest things that has been our success. One other thing is being in time, gratitude, showing gratitude in terms of failure. Anytime there's any failure in any area of our department, we find ways of moving forward in a positive way, you know, and I think that's one of our biggest secrets also. On another thing is integrity, being true about what we do, and being able to say sorry, being able to say we can fix this. We made a mistake. It's okay. Let's move on. So it's one of the few things that has keep us going.
Absolutely. You know, the funny thing about it, I think failures, you know, you learn more from failures than when things just, you know, smoothly flow. It's so weird how that works, but it is true. And, you know, it helps there's nobody that's perfect.
Yes.
You know, there's no such thing. Yeah. So what can we do about it though, and move forward? I love that. So how can we support you? What are you working on? How can we support your organization?
So I think you can, I mean, the support can come in many ways. One of the biggest way I think is anyone that you send to the lab to do any test, DNA, fingerprints, drug testing, anything, we are going to send a percentage to compassion so that this will help to further the kingdom, you know. So any way that anyone that comes here and mentions compassion, I'm coming, we will send a percentage to you guys. So we are willing to help you guys in any way we can. And I think a lot of people are listening, so they will know that we are in Glendale and we can help the kingdom in this way also.
That is awesome. Thank you so much for that. That is so awesome. And like you said, a little bit even goes a really long way. You'd be really surprised. You know, a lot of people would be surprised how far it can go. So what would you, Tara, I'm going to come back to you. What would you say as a final word of advice for others that may be considering becoming involved in a nonprofit or doing a donation or a child sponsorship?
That everything that we do is to glorify God, and loving each other and supporting each other is the way that we can bring this world closer together, and walk in humility and walk in love and compassion and support for one another. And it is important to not to think of ourselves, but to think of those that are vulnerable, those that are less fortunate, even those that are just down on their luck because of COVID or anything else, that we can give a helping hand to. And so contributing, just being a part of compassion and donating can save someone's life that could be definitely on the brink of throwing in that white towel and just giving up and saying, I'm done with it.
Absolutely. You know, one thing I will add to that is that it's amazing the doors that open that you can't see coming.
Right.
But when you get involved in helping other people, it just happens naturally. Yeah. It's not the intent of it, but it does. And doors open that you couldn't even imagine. So, you know, I've seen that happen over the years. I want to thank you both very much for, first of all, what you're doing.
Thank you.
And I'm so excited to promote your organization. And of course, I'll show your contact info and your website and so forth on the video. And really appreciate you guys coming on with me. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you.
Thank you. And that's going to do it for this edition of the Trucking Tower podcast. And we'll see you guys soon. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you.